The start to the League Two season has been absolutely bonkers. With 14 games in and just 5 points separate 13th Cambridge United and top of the league Walsall. Walsall in familiar territory again this season. The form table is an incredible look, so many teams inconsistent. MK Dons managed to put 4 wins together but they lost away at Bromley. Walsall are top of the league despite losing both of their last 2 games. Gillingham haven't won a game in 5 and yet still sit in 8th. To the lower end of the table, Barrow are unbeaten in 6 and Colchester unbeaten in 4 with 3 wins in that time. Few more wins and they could close that gap quite easily. What is even more incredible is when you compare the division to the Championship, particularly the amount of goals conceded. Look at the average in League 2. Gillingham have the fewest with 14, and then look at the Championship. Yes, they have played one fewer game, but there's clubs in there like Stoke that have conceded 9. And yet Chesterfield in League 2 sit in 7th, having conceded 21 goals. On a side note, check out the anomaly. Coventry have scored 36 goals. Yes, there is 5 points between 13th and 1st, but I find the gap between 1st and 24th more impressive in League 2. Only 15 points separate Newport and Walsall. Walsall have only scored 5 more goals than Newport. And yet in the Championship, forget about Sheffield Wednesday, but there's 20 points between Coventry and Norwich, and they've played 1 less game. The outlook of League 2 is going to be very similar to last season. If a club hits form, and if they hit it towards the end of the season, they will get promoted. Doncaster and Port Vale were perfect examples of that last season, and Chesterfield snuck into the playoffs late on. What's even more incredible in League 2 is that this round of fixtures this weekend could narrow the gap between the whole division itself. Within the top 13 this weekend, only 2 games contain 2 sides within those top 13 sides. Barnet versus MK Dons and Salford versus Cambridge. Now that could work one of 2 ways. It could mean that the top 13 separate even more, or the division could become incredibly closer. Either way, I'm just praying that Gillingham are one of those sides that hit their form.